YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here on the Altdorf outskirts, coming to you with the Beastmen fighting up against Skaven. It looks like Skaven have a Plague Monk army. This should be fun. Plague Monk's actually a somewhat sensible choice, it seems like, against the Beastmen because they're anti-infantry. But the problem with all Skaven infantry is they're extremely squishy. But the Plague Furnace is also good against infantry sometimes, so we'll see how that turns out. Looks like there are some Storm Vermin in the back with halberds. Let's check out the Skaven army in its entirety first. Front line, it looks like 5 Plague Monks, and then we've got a Plague Priest and a Warlock Engineer, as well as another Plague Priest with the Furnace. We got some Rat Ogres mixed with Clan Rat Spears in the flank. That's a nice synergy. Meat Shield and then armor-piercing damage. Skaven Slave Slingers, it is only 1 Storm Vermin in the back. The other one is a Clan Rat Spear, and we are seeing a Doom Flock come in from the Beastmen, who are charging forward in a hurry, so let's slow down and check out their army. We got a Chaos Spawn on either flank of the Korok's Man Rippers. This is going to be one brutally strong unit here. So the Korok's Man Rippers should be good against most Skaven infantry, and they're going to be good against large units. They carry that halberd infantry, so a little bit different. There's a Gorebull there, so you can't go wrong with Gorebull. He's protecting Morgur, who can summon even more Chaos Spawn, and Chaos Spawn are a pretty solid pick against a lot of Skaven units. A Bray Shaman on a Chariot with Lore of Beast, again, makes a lot of sense. And then we've got flanking infantry here in the form of Goreherd, who are chevroned up pretty nicely. And then we've got some Centigores out here on the other flank, ready to come pounding in from the flanks. Let's see what happens. The Beastmen are going for kind of a surrounding maneuver here. The Skaven are going to summon a Clan Rat to break up the charges. It's actually a pretty solid move. Not a bad move at all. You can see it kind of bunches up the Beastmen, but the problem is you're still going to have these Chaos Spawn come in and do all that damage. Ooh, Gorebull gets shut down by the Plague Furnace, but there's already a summoned unit of Chaos Spawn. They're going to come under attack from a lot of the leadership. The Slave Slingers are standing back, firing like crazy into the mix. The Plague Monks are already taking a beating at the hands of a lot of these units. Look how quickly the Plague Monks get torn up by this Chaos Spawn. They're going to get reinforced by Rat Ogres and Clan Rat Spears. And with Skaven all bottled up here, Doom Flock is going to be exceptionally effective because there's already a lot of damage going on, and you have a heavily armored Korok's Man Rippers in there, as well as a Bestigor herd. And Skaven's not going to like that. They're kind of slowly getting torn up. You got Tretch Craventail in here. Interesting pick. I'm not really sure how often you end up against a large lord from the Beastmen. It is possible, what with chariots and stuff. These Centigores are warded off by the Rat Ogres, but at this point, the Skaven are bogged down in a fight with a lot of Chaos Spawn. The Armored Infantry is holding out. The Man Rippers already have 44 kills. This Bestigor herd has a little more than that, but they're not in great shape. Over here, though, on this flank, the Gore herds have slammed into a whole bunch of Skaven infantry and even a few Rat Ogres, and they're going to be performing quite nicely as a whole here. Plague Furnace isn't great for them, but the rest of that fight is not going to be that bad for them. And then over here, some Gore herds and Centigores have combined to take out some more Plague Monks, and they're just being chased by Storm Vermin at this point. So here in the center, Gorebull and Morgur are holding on strong, and the Man Rippers and the Bestigor herd also hanging on. The Chariots combining with the Chaos Spawn to do some damage. There are some slaves coming up to try and do something about it, but Skaven slaves can't do much about anything except for be a meat shield. Check this fight out. This is going to be Storm Vermin up against Gore herds. Gore herds will do probably pretty decent, honestly, for the money you pay for the Storm Vermin versus what you pay for the Gore herds. I don't think the Gore herds will do great because the Storm Vermin does have some armor, but they'll do a decent bit of damage. I still think that that'll probably be worth it in the end. Let's jump down into the fight here. Got the Plague Priest pounding away at all this infantry. Gorebull has come over to support. That'll help the leadership. The Beastmen can keep their infantry in this fight a little longer, and they did. The Plague Priest gets shut down. That means that the rest of the Skaven nearby probably won't last much longer. The Man Ripper's about to give way, but not before they got 92 kills. The Bray Shaman, Lore of Beast, is in trouble, but Morgur is still going strong over here, and there's not a ton of stuff that can beat him up too bad. Maybe the Rat Ogres. These regrouped Centigores need to get back into the fight, and there are some Skaven Slave Slingers coming in from the back. This is a big ball of infantry left for the Beastmen here. And with Gorebull still around, I'm not really sure what the Skaven have to answer here. The Rat Ogres might have been a bit of a good unit to try to start pulling down Morgur, but just really not enough units here to start taking Morgur out of the fight. Woo! That Rat Ogre came flying in there. Came in like a wrecking bull, but there's the wrecking bull himself. Oh man, we haven't seen Gorebull in a long time. It's been too long. I don't see near as much Gorebull these days. CA, please buff Gorebull to ridiculous levels, if only for my own enjoyment, even though it'll ruin multiplayer. No, I'm just kidding. Don't really do that, but man, Gorebulls did used to be pretty stupid strong, and they had healing potions and all kinds of nonsense. Look at this, the Skaven trying to put together a little comeback. The power bar is not in their favor, but they're getting rid of some of this infantry. Gorebull's trying to pound out a whole bunch of this infantry too. It looks like Morgur is going to try and finish some Rat Ogres, and Gorebull's going to come help him. The Man Rippers regrouped. I guess the Rat Rippers, whatever you call them here. Here we go. Let's jump in this fight here. Morgur and Gorebull trying to finish it all off. There were so many Skaven here that even though the Beastmen did well, eventually the sheer numbers of Skaven became an issue, but the lack of leadership for Skaven here is going to be the issue. Yeah, especially with this going on. Tretch Craventail is going to get run down by the Chariot. So the leadership of the Skaven, which is already questionable at best, is now just questionable. More than questionable. Old Morgur with his crab claw there. The Skaven, you would think the Skaven would kind of like Morgur. He's just kind of like a strange compilation of different creatures, kind of like a lot of them are. One's held together by Skaven stitching, and the other one, I guess, by the forces of chaos. Ooh, still gonna be a bit of a tough fight here, but like I said, I don't think the leadership for the Skaven can hold out here. There is a Warlock Engineer, though. It might help them hold their leadership together. Might. Centaurs regroup, and they're fighting a summoned Plague Monk. Let's see. Gorebull is actually starting to waver because his hit points are so low. Got some Rat Ogres wavering, too. Morgur still going. He's got 81 kills. Looks like Gorebull is going to rout. Such a thing is impossible. Don't watch your screen, folks. It's heresy. But at the same time Gorebull routs, so does the Warlock Engineer. He's probably confused by Gorebull routing and decided to rout himself because he didn't think such a thing was possible. So little do you all know that was just Gorebull's strategy all along. And that leaves old Crabclaw Morgur in here to try and finish the fight against these Skaven. Boy, Morgur is one ugly mug. He's still a very popular lord here. Comes a Doom Flock in from the Bray Shaman, and that's going to finish the Skaven. They're not going to be able to handle that. Fun fight. Came down fairly close in the end. Nice ambush, kind of ambush. It wasn't like an immediate ambush, but nice flanking tactics by the Beastmen here. I like their attempts to get around the flanks and do the damage that needs to be done. Really enjoyed this one. Thank you to Jake Vandenberg for sending this one in, and Pro R2D2 for playing a fun battle for us here, guys. I really enjoyed that one. Hope you all enjoyed it too. Now, if you're Tretch Craventail, you probably didn't like this battle, and I guess you can hit the dislike button. But if you did like it, please hit that like button for me. It helps me a lot, helps other people find the videos, helps us get up in there in their search. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell if you want to be notified of the new video. And guess what, folks? I'll be back with more. By the time you're watching this, I should be pretty close to being home, and I've got lots of awesome content heading your way, and I'm really excited for you all to get to see it. HeirofCarthage signing out, folks.